All right, gang. Well, let's get to the part that I'm excited about is the new people that came to Breakthrough. Breakthrough is a function that only happens once a year. It's an event that it's like an Anthony Robbins type event where you go there. It's like it, but it's not like it. There are different exercises and things. And what Breakthrough is designed to do is to help you look inward and help you evaluate all aspects of your life, spiritual, mental, emotional, sales, goals. I mean, your personality. They do a personality assessment so you can understand yourself more. There's a value assessment to try to determine the things that you value in your life and to align the things that you do to what you value. I mean, it's a really powerful session. Typically, Mark Cassetta, who runs it in Europe, he charges $4,500, and he has hundreds and hundreds that attend for $4,500 in Europe for this breakthrough event. And I don't you didn't pay, I think, about 10% of that, right? It's probably about 10% of that cost. You're able to get in and you get the full experience. It's a full, really 4 days, or it's a 3.5 days, whatever, but it's a full experience. And I got to experience it last year, which explains our explosion in our hierarchy this year. We're the number one hierarchy in the Alliance. We were not number one. We were number two last year. And because of what Breakthrough did for me, we're number one, and we smoke number two like a cheap cigar. Not that I'm competitive, but we actually did very well, and we've got some great fruit on the tree.
We're competitive, Alex, so we want to be number one.
Yes, that is true. That is true. So anyway, so let's I'm going to just go by alphabetically. So Ben Seiler, you went to your first breakthrough, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tell me, give me a one takeaway that you got from it for you.
Yeah. Aside from it being just an amazing event and incredible experience with Mark Cassetta, and actually I finally got to meet him. So that was really cool. He's just so nice and polite. The core values, really writing those down, listing them, and going in that exercise went into depth on the core values, what it means to you, and inspiration, like scripture or quotes. I thought that was very eye-opening. It's something that most of us in that room have never done. Maybe any of us. I know I've never done something like that. So that was really cool to look into yourself and kind of start to cement, what is really important to you. And like he said, what's really neat too is as you grow and evolve, or as you grow and develop, your core values will evolve over time and become more and more clear to you. So that would be my number one takeaway. But it's hard to choose a number one, is the whole thing was, but that would be my number one.
That's awesome, dude. And do you think it really helped you? Was it worth the price of admission?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, because it impacts your life in a huge way, doesn't it?
It really did. I mean, the feeling when it was all over and walking up to him and having him like cut the string off your hand, and that whole feeling, it was like it wasn't a relief that it was done. It was a relief of how you felt inside, on the inside.
Yeah.
And that was just great, the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Well, man, appreciate you, man. That's awesome. Let's go down to Bruce Cleek. Oh, Bruce went to our function, right? He went to our side of it, but let's start with our new people first. Maybe we can get to the people that went to the Albright thing. Let me see who else. Charlene Miles. Tell us what your takeaway.
Hi, Alex.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Yes, that breakthrough was very, very eye-opening for me. Especially the part where he said to kind of dig deep to see, you know, why you're, why you have things that you're holding on to, and to kind of just let it go, write it down and let it go. And I was stuck and I couldn't figure out why I was stuck until I went to Breakthrough.
That was like me. You were
And I
exactly like
figured it
me
out.
last year. Yeah.
I figured out why I was stuck.
It's powerful, isn't it? When you finally, when you figure that out and then you can move beyond it after you get rid of it. That's what happened to me. So you got some big things going to happen for you, Charlene. I predict it.
I appreciate that. I definitely, um, I, when I came back, even on the flight back, me and my daughter, we were talking, and it was like an eye opener. It's like you had that aha moment, and it just things just clicked. It just clicked.
You know what's amazing about that, Charlene? Can you imagine how many years it might have been before you figured that out, if ever? Like, can you imagine if you didn't come to this conference and you would never have figured it out, or it took you a long time? Look how fast you accelerate your mentality to accept the success that's just around the corner.
Yes.
It's crazy,
Yes.
isn't it?
It is. It really is. It was amazing. The whole I would have probably paid. I mean, we only paid what 500. I think it
Yeah,
was 500,
$4.99,
1,000.
something like that. Yeah.
I would have paid more. The experience and the development with the growth and the development that you got out of that, it's priceless.
Priceless. I agree. Well, great job. I know it was kind of a big leap of faith that you and Shania took to come out there. And like everyone, really, I explain it, but I can't explain it. I do the best I can, but you can't really explain to anyone. And so all of you that bought a ticket or got out there, I mean, you really took a leap of faith, and I commend you for it. And so those of you that went out there and made it out there, I am focused on you. Like, you have my full attention, and I've already made lead decisions based on the people that showed up. So y'all are going to get like special favors because you made the leap of faith. So your faith will be tremendously rewarded. I promise you. Okay. So great job, Charlene. Okay, let's go on to we got Charlene, Cody, Daryl Campbell. Daryl.
How are you going to skip Cody? Cody comes before Daryl.
See, how did I miss Cody?
You said his name.
Good job, Daryl. Good job.
Where's Cody? Is Cody on? There's Cody.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Cody. So
Hey, how
yeah,
are
man, you totally brand new. You haven't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
really sold any apps yet. Well, you did. You sold it on Eric, but good job, by the way.
Thank
So
you.
talk to us, man. What was your one takeaway?
So Breakthrough was a great event for me. I'm very happy that I made the decision to go down. The entire event really opened my mind and changed my perspective on almost everything, especially life. My one takeaway, I'm kind of with Charlene on this, being able to write down your past and kind of throw it out and forget about it. That just tells you, to push forward, keep grinding, and don't let your past events in your life hold you back. That really stuck with me. And then when Mark was talking on a spiritual level, that actually really hit me. And I'm actually going to church with Eric on Sunday. Really want to get into that now. So that's something that will always stay with me from Mark. And I was actually able to talk to Mark one-on-one about it for a little bit too. And that was pretty special.
Wow, dude. Wow. Yeah, let me kind of give you a perspective on Mark's time. I spent an hour and a half with Mark in Dallas. I flew out there. I discovered later that he charges people $5,000 an hour for his coaching, like $5,000 an hour. And he was happy to do it with me because I was willing to fly out there. He bought dinner for me. He said, "You will not pay for dinner." I was ready to pay for everything. And I didn't realize that he would charge $5,000 an hour. I spent an hour and a half with him, and he's more than gracious with his time. And so that little bit he had with you, because you can imagine, there's like 500 people plus in there, and he got a chance to do one-on-one with you, even for a few minutes. Dude, that rocks. Wow. I'm fired up for you, Cody. That's
Thank
great.
you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very stoked to hit the ground running and get started and be successful for you guys.
Well, for yourself, man. And we're going to be focused on helping you blow this thing up, man. That's awesome. So proud of you. All right, Daryl. Okay, so now you're right after Cody. So Daryl Campbell.
All right. So yeah, it was really great. I enjoyed everything about it. More what I got more out of this time, which was really rewarding. I mean, everything was great, but spending time with all the different agents and reps who were doing it. Like I didn't realize the guy I was sitting next to, Osuna, he's gonna be speaking at NACON.
Dude, you sat next to Marvin?
Yeah, sat next to him. We talked about his daughter whose leg's broken. He was just giving little tidbits here and there. And I'm like, this guy's really sharp. But I had no idea who he was. But it was cool watching him take care of his younger reps. He was bringing them sodas. He was he's doing all this stuff. And I'm like, this is a really helpful guy. I thought it was just a dad in him. And you come to find out that he's like really doing well. And it was really nice to spend time and watch people and observe people. The listening test was awesome. That was funny. That I was watching people couldn't figure it out. And I was probably one of the first 10 over, not bragging, but I was like, how are they not seeing this? And it was funny. Everything was just great. I mean, everything the Alliance does for anyone who who's on these calls. I've been to 3 now and I haven't met half the people, so I know a lot of people are resistant to go to these events. You have to go. I mean, they are so life-changing in all the ways. I mean, whether you have a spiritual background, whether if you're in the car business, if you work at a bank, no matter what you do, these things apply. The lessons that I learned from Breakthrough will apply in all the aspects of my life, not just selling, right? They even talk about eating right keeps your mind right. Like stuff like that you don't even think about. And I just, for the amount of money I spent, I've been close enough. So I don't know if anybody besides Alex knows who Larry Ellison is from Oracle. I was in a room with him it was about 21 of us in a room with him for about 20 minutes. And he talked at us for 20 minutes and left. And to me at that point, I'm like, wow, that was the coolest thing ever. But then as you think about it, he just talked to us. Like as Cody said, he talked to, Mark Aceta. I saw Cody standing up there talking to Andy Albright. Where in any organization that any of you work besides here, could you ever say you talked to the CEO of an organization, the guy who makes 9 figures will talk to you, and he'll even sometimes remember your name possibly. He might know something about you that you don't know. Look at the stories he told when he was in a room. I mean, you won't get that anywhere. I worked for some of the biggest dealership groups in Columbus, Ohio area. And I was a top 10 guy at our dealership month after month after month. And the owner could never remember my name. And I said, he would come around me and try to talk to me. I would cover my name tag and say, "What's my name again, Bruce?" And there was 4 black people. And he would look at me and struggle and say, I was like, "Come on, man." While a guy like Andy Albright, as he even said there, call your upline. If you can't if your upline's not there, call someone above your upline to call you. But I'm pretty sure if you had that big of a problem, at some point, Andy would answer your phone call. Where else do you have an organization that you have access to his cell phone number? I mean, where else in the organization do you have access to Alex? You call Alex at any time, he's going to answer the phone. If not, he'll get, "Hey, I'm in a meeting. Text me." Right? It's just such an amazing opportunity. And getting the chance to see these guys in real life, not on an hour TWC call, or things like that. Like I shook Marcus Richardson's hand, and every time I see him, I try to shake his hand because he's given me inspiration that has just been amazing. And he's like, "Hey man, how are things?" Whether he remembers me or not, he makes me feel like he does. So it always feels good. So I recommend if you're on this call, you really, really, really need to get to the next event in NatCon. NatCon's be crazy. If you come, you will see me. Listen, I've been talking to my crew already about the outfits we're wearing. They're going to be ferocious. The Western night outfits are going to be great. So that's it, guys. But yeah, Alex, it was amazing. And, I'm so
Well,
thankful for you. So thankful for Ginny, for Mary, for Joy, for everyone in the group who just, Rochelle's, Scott, you name them. I'm just happy to be in the group with all you guys. So thank you.
well, dude, just so you know, Daryl grew up in New Jersey, and he's one of these guys that you just don't win over by charisma, or he really evaluates to the depths, I think, of someone's soul to make sure that he can trust you. And that's one thing I really trust about Daryl, is his thoroughness of evaluating the people around him, because he doesn't suffer fools well, and I think that's a good quality, because he doesn't have time for it, number one. Number two, he knows that fools will slow him down with what he's trying to accomplish. And so through the process of going to these events, I think it really has solidified his belief that we are who we say we are. We are the real deal. We're not perfect, but that's why he brought a crew with him. He brought his agents with him this time around, because I think he totally vetted us, and I respect that about Daryl. And so when Daryl says what he says, trust me, he's not drinking Kool-Aid. It's because to his core, he believes in what he's telling you, right? So, dude, that's the esteem that I put in your opinion, just because I know how you are, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And that's why I tell people about you every time I talk to anybody about the opportunity. You get, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. And I say, isn't every job a pyramid scheme when you think about it?
Yeah.
Right? Every job is. So why are you saying this one is? If you work in a car business, the salespeople pay the finance manager, the finance managers pay the managers pay the general manager pays the owner. It's all a scheme. So you can't control it. I said, but in this scheme, right, you go to these events that everyone's making money. It's not just Alex and Davies and Andy. You've got Rochelle's, you've got, Milan's, you've got, Nick Gordon, you've got Scott, you got all these guys who are average dudes who are making money that you couldn't even think about. So yeah, you're 100% right on who I am, because there's people talk about the opportunity to, even a couple of my guys like, never, nope, don't do it. Don't care. Nope, not worth it. Doesn't matter. And you're just that guy. Like, I don't trust a lot of people. I'm very untrustworthy of a person. I do not trust a lot of people. It takes me a lot. And what I love about you, Alex, is I can't wait, and I know I don't want to see it, but when your dark side comes out, like I wish I was on the other side for that meeting, because man, I love when it starts to creep out a little bit. It makes me excited when you start getting, a little upset about things. It's just like, there he is. That's the guy I need. That's the guy I need.
Dude, you would have loved Friday night then, because Friday night, I kind of told it like it was to the people that think that they're building a business, and it was pretty strong. So I think you would have dug that tremendously. Anyway, dude, I'm proud of you. You brought some people there, dude. So, man, great job. All right, Eric Yates, another part of the Daryl Campbell crew. Talk to me, man.
Hey Alex, how you doing?
Hey, real good, real good. You're the Ed Sheeran of the Avian Financial Group, I think.
That's great. Oh man, I feel so blessed I was able to go there. The fact that we all got to stay in the same hotel was pretty cool too. Daryl was able to Uber us there and back every week or every day. But one of my biggest takeaways, I would say, would be not be a 60%er, work my way up to being a 3%er. I really just reworked my mindset while I was there. Other than that, though, I mean, I could go on about everything that we talked about, but I don't want to give it away. I completely agree with Daryl. I think everybody who didn't go or hasn't gone definitely needs to go.
It's life-changing, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
And we say that all the time, but of any event, that is, I can't say it enough about Breakthrough. I cannot, I just, like I said, it shortens the time for success. So is it worth it for you to shortcut it by 5 years? Like, I think, we always say that if you go to an event, you probably speed up your success schedule by 6 months. honestly, I think breakthrough is 5-10 years. Literally the stuff that you learn to overcome, easily. So, dude, I appreciate you and Cody making it out there, and Jawan, another one of Daryl's crew. And I expect big things from you guys, man. I really do. So, so now it's time to put it into action, right?
Absolutely.
And reading your affirmation cards, bro. So everyone on the call that went to breakthrough, do not stop doing that. The only way that works is if you do it, even if you don't see the effects of it happen right away. Over time, your brain will orient towards what you've been telling it every morning. It will happen. I promise. You just have to be faithful to that. All right. I just can't emphasize that enough. Let's see who else we got. Joy. Oh yeah, Joy went. Yeah, Joy, you went to your first breakthrough. You didn't go last year, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So lay it on us. I mean, you've been with me for a while, but tell us about breakthrough for you.
Well, I've gone to every event. Excuse my throat. I've gone to every event this year, and this one topped. It topped all of them, and they're all wonderful, and I've benefited immensely from all of them. And this just seems like this one pulled it all together. And I met. There were a few people that I met just by changing tables and meeting and being forced to meet a new group, every few hours. I've got 2 or 3 people there that are, I don't know, they're going to be in my life, and someone had said earlier about the core values. That was such a good evaluation of yourself, of what you really find is important to you and how you express that to other people. I don't know what was my favorite. I really don't, but it was all just wonderful. And the whole weekend, I mean, I think that just pulled it all together. From every event of the year was different and kind of built on the other event. And this one was just like it was the top of the mountain. It really was.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, again, I appreciate you being there and bringing your son, Ben, and really kind of figuring yourself out. I think that's what the power of it is. So great job. All right, Juwan, talk to us, brother. Part
Hey,
of
Alan,
Daryl's
can you hear
crew.
me? Can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear you loud and clear, bro.
All right, perfect. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity even to be at that event. But like you kind of said earlier, it's very hard to explain. It's hard to put in words. But kind of going off what Cody was saying, it changed my whole perspective on life. Whether it's like my core values, my purpose, like my personality trait, it was just overall a great event. It made me kind of dig deeper into myself and kind of open my mind, which I never really knew how to do. So I really, really thank Mark too as well for kind of teaching me how to do that and kind of control my emotions and everything like that, which I also had a very, very hard time doing in the past before. So it was great. And I mean, also talking to the other agents, like Daryl was saying, and kind of learning their stories and everything like that. I mean, it was just very, very motivating, and everybody was so like kind and kind of easy to approach and talk to. So it was a great experience. It was a great experience, especially being new to all this. It was the best thing I could ask for, to be completely honest with you. So thank you once again, and thank you to everybody that showed up, and it was great.
One thing about what I'm excited for you guys, Ben and Cody, Eric and yourself and the younger people that showed up. What you've done is what Mark did for you guys is it put a way of living your life in front of you for the rest of your lives. Those of us that didn't go to breakthrough until later in life, we have an exciting future, but your future is much longer, God willing, right? much longer. And so this is where you can compound the things you've learned year after year, where, by the time you're 35, you'd be making $1 million a year, easily, because you guys are what, mid-20s?
Yes, sir.
So, you know what I'm saying? The next 10 years of life, if you live it this way, the way that he taught you through Breakthrough, you just change your trajectory. Absolutely. If you are consistent, you put the work in and you follow the groundwork that he laid for you. And I'm just so excited for you. So excited for you. And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah, man. Now look, gang, I know some of y'all that didn't make it, you're probably pissed off at yourself for the whatever situation prevented you. And some of y'all couldn't prevent it, because it was an illness or something. And then some of you could have made the decision to come. You decide not to for whatever reason. This is not designed to beat you up. It's designed to really show you that when you make a recommendation, it's for your benefit, right? It's definitely for your benefit. We have national convention coming, and that's going to be in January. It's I think $249 to get. It's the cheapest it'll ever be. It'll go up to $500 pretty quick. And that's just another opportunity, and we'll have breakout sessions there. It'll be an opportunity to get around the top people. Plus, we'll do massive recognition, includes the banquet, the Warts banquet, where that's just a lot of fun. But there's a lot of training going on. Let me see if I've got Rick Ramos. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So give us a takeaway, man.
Well, one of the things I got, among many things, is how much I have to work on myself, and just to recognize it is hard to do, but you got to do it. And well, one of the things that stuck out was like the 60 percenters, the characteristics, and as opposed to the 10 percenters. And I sometimes I see a lot of me in the 60 percenters, and then sometimes I see myself in the 10 percenters. And one of the things I got has to do a lot with your emotions and how you handle different things in your life. And my hope is to work towards the 10 percenters and stay there.
Yeah, man, you could do it. It's so funny. I have so many people identifying with certain things. Like, I look at their name tag and I find out that they're a lion otter, or they're, golden, you guys know what I'm talking about, the animal test. And then the people talking about the 60 percenters, 3 percenters, 10 percenters, how you've been able to identify into those categories. Like I said, this event allowed you to really evaluate yourself against, these different perspectives. It's so powerful, man. And Rick and I had a chance to talk, and I see some big things, happening for you, dude. And you're in a great place in that Denver area. There's so many great people around you out there. It's going to be huge for you. So I'm very excited for you. So Rochelle, you are in the next R person, your first breakthrough. So talk to us, Rochelle.
It was
One breakthrough.
I remember when he said, "What is your purpose?" I literally just tears started coming down my face. Because just saying what my purpose was so powerful for me. And it was amazing. I'm crying now. I'm never at a loss for words, but it was definitely Holy Spirit inspired for me to be there. I was feeling like, what is my purpose? And when he said, write down your purpose, it just came to me, and it was like, you are doing your purpose. It's not based on, external. It's based on an internal map of helping others. And writing down those goals at the end. And I struggled, and I just kept hearing God say, don't put down an A goal because it's safe. Don't put down a B goal because it's safe. I want you to dream like, not like a genie, like I'm your God. I want you to put down your God vision goal. And it was interesting because Mark said, you don't want to read this to everyone because negative people, but one of my goals, when he talked about making those social emotional goals, that just, it just changed my life. Just in the last 2 days, and I'll say this because it's just something I'm doing for the emotional goal that I said I was going to tell my kids that I love them every single day and tell them the reason why and give a different reason each time. And Mary knows this because she's my roommate. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I knew my kids were up partying like rock stars. And I called them and I told them, and one of my daughters, was like, "Yay, mommy! Think you're doing it!" Like, was cheer. We haven't even argued since I came home, and I recognized that it was a difference in me, what God was doing in me. And 90% of what happens in the world is how we respond, not what happens. And so it was God's doing some internal work. The book that I'm reading right now is The 8 Steps to Success by Andy Albright. And I bought it on Sunday. I'm halfway done with it. And I did my 45-minute walk today, was my physical goal. And, I just said, I'm going to do this. I said, things may get harder before they get better, but I'm dreaming again. I'm not limiting myself. I'm envisioning sky's the limit, not even the sky. And I got to hang out with our crew, Daryl and Cody and Jawan and we just had such a good bonding session. I already purchased my ticket for NetCon. Mary and I are going to room again. I have a sister in Christ through Mary.
That's awesome.
Just all I can tell you is next year, what I don't care, come hell or high water, go. It will change your life. It really will. A lot of the things that he talked about were things as a chaplain we learned. But it was really good to hear it again and say, okay, thank you, God, for bringing that back up. Thank you. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Rochelle, I can't wait to see how this will impact you and your effect on others and your clients. This is great. All right, Scott Mills.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
What's happening?
Yeah, man. So talk to us.
Oh, man, I just finished up one of my other goals. I was hitting that guitar. Anyway. Yeah, man, that's ditto what everybody else has said. But I tell you, picking one is hard to do. when we first got there, the first night when we started doing that exercise, getting rid of all the junk, past hangups and addictions or whatever it may be, that hit me because about 6 years ago, my story, and one of the main things, and where I go to church, is the four things. It's all through the Bible: is know God, find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference. Now, does that not hit what we were going through? And not knowing God, like, of course, the devil knows about God. He believes there's a God as much as anybody. He just don't have a relationship with him, believe in him to follow him. But the finding freedom part is what that Friday night was about. And we never can move forward and getting rid of the junk. We did the exact same thing through 12 weeks, one night a week, and then a conference. And we were ripping up the junk and breaking all the generational curses and all that. I won't get into all that, but it fits so perfect like that. And then after finding the freedom, we did the next step. The third step is discover purpose. And then what it's all about is make a difference. And then when you make a difference, that's when we truly become free. But I needed that. I was looking so forward to that because I can sit down and write goals or go over stuff, but it's like it takes work. It really takes a lot of focus and concentration, and it's easy to get sidetracked. But when you're with a bigger group like that, and when you're there and somebody's leading you to do that, that was just awesome. That was awesome to do that. I had so many good experiences at each table. But it probably would be my and the cards and the focus. And even though through past businesses and functions, that, but you some reason don't do it. And so and he said, do something in the next, 24, 48 hours. So I was reading my cards, read them tonight, and I'll finish with one biggie. And even though I'm speaking for myself, even though we think we're a good listener, we're probably not. And and I started implementing it. And what's so great about this, I think, like everybody was saying, like Daryl said, this is for life. This is for anything. This will change your life in anything you do, because until we get ourselves right, until I get my mind right, myself right, it doesn't matter what. You can jump around to everything you want to, but it's still going to be the same because we're holding ourselves back, that 6 inches between our ears. So in the listening exercise, I thought about Daryl. I was going to pick at him a minute ago. He said, I'm not bragging. I thought, yeah, you're bragging a little bit. And I thought, well, the reason I'm kidding with you, Daryl, but the reason I felt that way is because there's probably about 3/4 of the room across before I got across.
Yeah, I was absolutely bragging on that, Scott. 100% bragging.
I love it. Yeah, and the funny part, this probably goes on the heading. I shouldn't have told that on myself, but Mike Leventovich was the one I had to tell the answer to, and he kind of started grinning, and he looked at it up at me and said, "You got it backwards." But anyway. It was great, man. It was great, but it's a stepping stone. I mean, it could be a stepping stone or the anchor or the cornerstone, whatever you want to call it. But it's a progress. Like Earl Nightingale says, success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal or a worthy ideal. And then I heard a guy he's been dead a long time, in one of his sermons said, and I've changed mine to this: my success is a progressive realization of God's will for my life.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Anyway, man, I loved it. I appreciate it. It was great.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. All right, Shania.
Hey, Alex.
Hey.
Hey, like everyone said, that experience was what I needed. It was truly what I needed. Like my mom, I was stuck too, but in my stuckness, like I cried the first day, I cried the last day. Because I cried getting rid of the stuff, but I cried also envisioning myself. And it was a grateful, happy cry at the end. Because it was just like I could really see myself with my goals and my visions and really helping people. Because that's really what I am. I'm yellow, so with that. So I love helping people, and that's my thing. So just like even I was telling my mom when I was walking back in the airport and we were like arriving in Columbus coming back, I was like, I don't even feel like the same person I was when I left. It
Yeah.
was just that like life
Yep.
changing. Like over those couple of days, I just felt like a complete different person. So it was like everyone said, they pretty much summed it up, but it was just amazing. Like I would do it again and again and again. It was just life changing. It wasn't just about the business, it was about your life and how much it really affects your business. It's not just about the business, like your life really affects everything and how you react to things, everything. It's just crazy.
You know, one thing I can't even imagine is my child went to that event and watching them go through it. Charlene, I just thought about that now. Like I almost started crying thinking about Shania. You're the mother watching your daughter go through this. And I'm thinking, golly, what if my kids had gone through this? Like that just hit me, Charlene. So
Yeah,
wow.
my mom.
Yeah,
Having my mom there
yeah.
and just us going through it together was just, it was amazing.
Wow. That just hit me right now. I'm excited for both of y'all. I mean, I really am. I really am. That's awesome. All right. It's
Thank you.
10:03. I'm going to bring Mary on. Let's have Mary close it out, unless I forgot someone, but so yeah, Shania, your rest of your life. It'll pack the rest of your life. So I'm fired up for you. All right, Mary, bring us home.
Hey, Alex. Hey, everybody. It was amazing being there with everybody, meeting them again. I'll be honest with you, it was great. Everyone knows I'm a hugger. No, don't try shaking my hand because I'll be grabbing you and giving you hugs. But that also being said, I really saw a major transformation because with the first day we're all at the same table together, so we all knew each other at least a little bit. So I don't believe that we gotten that much from the very beginning. And I'm going to pick on you, Eric, because I think that you and actually Daryl's team, I was watching you guys. Yes, get creeped out. It's okay. But I was watching the transformation happening. Okay. First day, Eric's got his hands in his pocket. He's all kind of shy, just not kind of being quiet. And Cody and Joanna are kind of joking around a little bit. And Daryl's just giving them the evil eye, like, knock it off if you're ever paying attention. And then when they split up the table, oh my gosh. Eric came alive. He's sitting there taking pictures of the whole group with him. I was like, oh my gosh, who is this person? He just like came alive. It was amazing. And then Cody, the same thing. And Jawan, they all really fully embraced this program. And so did everybody else. But you guys really caught my attention because I brought you guys on board, so I knew you guys just when you first started. And it was just amazing just to see where you come from when you first signed up to where you are now. And I'm overly excited because I can just imagine how much amazing production and difference you're going to be making, not only in your own lives, but so many more people's lives. And darn well, I'm going to be like the little happy person, doing the mama happy dance like I did the day you took your state test and passed. So I'm really excited for everybody there. Again, sharing a room with Rochelle is always fun. We're kind of complete polar opposites in many ways, and it complements each other very well. And then with Ben and Joy, they're just amazing. I love seeing them too. But it was also really cool to see Jonathan and Scott there, because even though I've met them before and everything, it was just amazing to have them going at it too. And then it was neat finally to meet with Shania and Charlene and give them hugs and really meet them. But my personal transformation was, I said to Alex, I said, you need to get me there. And I'm really grateful because I had to share that, the things I was writing down, like the first day, what do you want to get out of this breakthrough? Actually all came into fruition by the end when everyone's sitting there writing compliments and comments about that person. Like a lot of mine was all in my head of what I thought about myself. And for these total strangers, because we switch the tables every day, for 6 people to be breathing life and speaking blessings into my heart from God, saying, you are these people, you are this, you are this, you are this. And hearing them tell me that was just total transformation for me to realize that I need to knock it all first off, but also to truly believe it myself after hearing it and adding that on to as actually I repeat everything that they told me as one of my goal cards every day is so I can believe it myself because I am that, I'm not junk. God does not make junk. So I needed to believe that I'm worthy just like everybody else. And then just again, that transformation just of me from the very first day. And also I'd made all these positive changes in my life prior to going there. And then focusing on the spiritual, the physical, and the emotional and everything that I'd already started was God saying, well done, faithful servant, keep going, don't stop. And that just allowed me to continue saying, well, I'm not going to stop. This is not going to happen. So then on top of that, when everyone came together, I channeled my inner lion, which is not something I usually pull out too much. But when I was hearing them sitting there challenging Alex, well, Riddle's going to do this, and then Riddle, you better look up, and he smoked you. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I said, you know what, Alex, man, I've already been ramping it up, as you know, today, man. Every single time someone's doing a no show, I say, thank you, God. And I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling every single crazy person that's been reaching out to me with ZipRecruiter. Indeed, I'm recruiting like crazy. Not just every single person who wants to come on board, but Zoe was great today. I had like 6 or 7 agents, or not agents, but yeah, they're agents getting signed up for the class today. So again, it's game on, man. We're gonna smoke them even further. We're gonna leave them in the dust, but in a loving Christian way. Now I'm going to go back to my little yellow spot. All right. So thank you. Love you guys. Alex, thank you again for the opportunity. Appreciate you.
All right, gang. Wow. I mean, I knew it would affect you in some way. It's great to hear how it actually did for you. And I can't be more excited to see how it transforms you in your life. Not just the business, because, we're talking life here, man. I mean, this business is part of your life, but one of the biggest reasons why I'm in this business is to affect your lives in a positive way beyond business. And so thank you for helping me live out my mission, everyone on this call. And I'm here for you. I'm praying for you every morning and every night. I hope you feel that and know that I care about y'all. And I can't be more excited to do the 90-day sprint, man. We got 90 days till NatCon. And you'll hear more about NatCon promotion. Yeah, well, you really kind of heard the promotion of events right now. You've heard it. It's impactful. It's powerful. Breakthrough is probably the most impactful event, but each one has its own way to impact you. And NatCon has its own way. So anyway, gang, God bless you, man. Appreciate y'all. And I'm so glad I recorded this. I think I recorded it. Yeah, I did. Okay. So, man, God bless you all. Thank you for sharing. Let's do it again every morning, in every night, whatever you are reading your goal card, do it. Like, don't stop doing it. Okay. So God bless everybody. Take care.